Hey there. See, you found me working on some of my hollow body hold. Guys, today we're talking about global extension, global flexion, finding midline stability, and more along the lines of just midline awareness in general. So, going back to what I was just doing, this is called the hollow hold, or a hollow rock, I guess, without the rock. And what we're just focusing on doing here, pointing the toes, keeping a tight midline, reaching out. You'll see that my ears are in line with my shoulders and my elbows for the most part. The opposite of this position, which is global extension, would be Superman. And again, the same idea. Everything's tight, everything's pointed. Those two shapes we see all over the place whenever we do gymnastics movements, also when we do Olympic lifting movements, or any lifting movements for that matter. And so what we want to kind of go through next is how those movements transfer, and how by kind of thinking and fighting for those positions throughout anything you're trying to work on, you can vastly improve the rate at which you get better. So, coming over to the barbell, I want you to look for that hollow position we were talking about earlier. So, for clean, for example, if I'm coming off the ground, good first pull, I'm set, and all of a sudden you're starting to see that shape, hollow, 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 quick extension, catch it neutral, stand up again to neutral. A lot of times when you start coaching beginner athletes, or if you are just a beginner in general, you'll see a lot of people start that pull, and they're here and they're good and they're set, then all of a sudden hips shoot up, legs extend, then they try to fight to pull it up with their back, and everything gets all wonky. So, kind of a good rule of thumb to look for is that opening up of the entire body as opposed to breaking it up into two movements. If you go back to that hollow position, this hold here is exactly what we want to be fighting for throughout that entire pull. Chest is up, right? We're hollow extended, and then finally the catch. Moving on over to the pull-up bar. All right, guys, so grips are on, ready to go. Talking the same sort of thing on the pull-up bar. So we're gonna jump on here quick. Again, good refresher, hollow, extended. Both those shapes, you'll notice if you start watching people who are really good at butterfly pull-ups, people who are great at toes to bar, they hit both those shapes each time they go through a movement. So, toes to bar, for example, hop up. I'm gonna start with just a good kip, right? Hitting hollow, hitting extension. Then all of a sudden, toes to bar. Extension, flexion, extension, flexion. That's what we want to be thinking about every time we go up there. Similar to our problem with the clean that we've seen with people, a lot of times on toes to bar, people get confused. They'll get a couple of kind of good kips, then all of a sudden, they break their body in half and reach up with their toes, almost making it a strict movement. Remember, we were talking about with the clean, people having a good set position, then shooting the hips back, extending the legs, and then coming through with their lower back. It's the exact same movement, only on the bar. And so again, if you can fight to find those hollow positions and that good extension right before you kip through, or right before you try to extend those toes to the bar, it's going to come along a lot faster and be a lot easier for you. I want you to watch the same thing I'm going to do with the muscle up. Couple good kips to start. And through. So hopefully you noticed I hit that hollow position at the bottom, hit the extension, then was able to come all the way through. A couple things to keep in mind whenever you're going through any sort of lifting progression, any sort of gymnastics progression, whether it's on a bar, whether it's on the rings, even if we start talking about handstand walks, handstand holds, if you can think about keeping your body stacked and also fighting, especially for those movements that are, global movements. We're using our entire body. Fighting and trying to find that hollow position and the extended position in each one of those movements, you're going to be able to not only improve a lot more, but start to kind of understand how your body works and how it is able to best perform. I hope that helped you out. If there's anything else you want to learn, feel free to ask us in the comments below, and we'll get that taken care of. Thanks.